It's recording. So firstly, hey guys, you've been like so great so far, like Sagnik and all of you. You guys have been like great support, and it wouldn't be the same without you guys. So it's been just so amazing having you all in the group, and I'm inspired of with those answers you write on that group. It's so cool. So far, I've been asking like questions on the group, and the responses have been great. And today, I would like to us to perceive a bit about my program and discuss a few topics, ask a few questions, get few questions as well. That's what I'm looking forward today. And yes, then I would like us to move to a little activity that we have planned for today. Starting off, I had dropped a question in the group, which is exactly what we'll start off with today. Does anybody remember the question, or would you like me to?
Yeah, for sure.
Just a second, I'll share my screen.
I shall read the question, you mean?
No.
All right.
All right. So, can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the question was, have you ever felt compelled to assist a vulnerable person, but were unable to do so because of a number of factors? Anybody would like to go ahead and share?
Yeah. So I will go ahead first. There have been times when I did want to do something for uh, myself, or when I thought that, okay, uh, people are pointing this out and it is actually like necessary for me to do. So I really wanted to do stuff for myself, such as, start working out or eat healthy. I wasn't able to do that until I really just was able to walk out of my comfort zone. We all have a comfort zone. And, you know, wait, which is the big white question? Is this the big white question?
This was the big like question I by mistake we went on my second.
Okay, no problem. So, yes, so as I was saying, uh, I did have moments where I wanted to help someone vulnerable, but I was unable to do that. For example, okay, not two examples. First, let me just explain the situation a little bit. There are times when we like genuinely find ourselves very like vulnerable, and there are times when a certain situation makes us vulnerable. So these are like two different things altogether. For someone who is like generally vulnerable, um, I wouldn't like say someone who is like vulnerable, because if you're vulnerable, you have the power within yourself itself. Um, for me, for example, I once I get to know someone really good, and once I can feel the connection, I can open up to them easily, and I can be as much vulnerable as I can, as I want to. But for other people, vulnerability is not that easy. Being vulnerable in front of people, that is a really, really hard thing to do, because most of the times they have this fear of being judged. They have the fear of just sitting there and thinking, oh my God, what will this person behave once he gets to know my vulnerability? What will happen? Like these unanswered questions just remain in the minds of people, and it just haunts them. And as a result, they're not able to like express themselves fully. And as a vulnerable person myself, I feel like when I started to express my feelings and my opinions at uh, like mostly to everyone, I feel like that was the point when I realized that I really don't have anything to lose. It's like you go through so many things in life, that at one point you realize that this is your life. You have to make it worth living, you know? So after a certain point of time, you realize that and you start being vulnerable. It is hard for each and everyone. It depends. Someone might be vulnerable at 15, while the other person might still not be vulnerable at 45. So it depends from person to person. But as far as helping is concerned, I did try to help someone vulnerable at school, but it didn't happen because they didn't want to be helped as far as vulnerability is concerned. People, whenever something like rough happens, people become insecure. They are like they fear being vulnerable to anyone because they don't want to be judged. They don't want to get the sympathy from people, and as a result, they just kind of like avoid getting any advice from people as well. So I did try to help someone like that, but it didn't happen because they didn't allow me to do it. Vulnerability isn't a weakness. People really do need to understand that. In fact, the more vulnerable you are, it actually shows how much you have been through and how many, like, what strengths you have within you. So, yeah.
I agree to the point where you said that if we want help, we are like we don't want to really share and get advice because we don't want sympathy. Whereas if we want to help, we don't because we don't want to be judged. You see, it's all about the people we have there. It's about the community. I agree to that point. Malak, would you like to go next?
Indeed.
Malak,
Yes.
would you like to?
Well, I really, I don't know how to answer this question because it's like I have so many thoughts and then they just like become a conflict. But yes, I did before, and the fact that I was unable to do it is I had someone in my school back then, and I just didn't know how to help them due to the bullies that they were going through. And when I'm saying bullies, I'm not just talking about the students, I'm talking also about the supervisor that was not supporting her due to her nationality and her race, and the teachers, they were just basically racist to her. So it was like giving me a reason to not be able to help her or just get her through out of it. But whenever she'd be back home, I'd like literally support her and that. But then I came to this point where I wasn't even able to support her anymore because of what she was going through. And it's not like I was caring what people would think of me, but I was getting vulnerable of like literally with her at the end because of what I was trying to do, being kind. And so was my friend group. So it was really a hard time for us to just get over it until like we really did complain to the CEO of the school as well. And that was a great point to do. So pretty much, yeah.
Wow, that's also like if somebody has a will, that's the point. If one has a will, then what stops them to do what they want? But then there are these factors which kind of relates with the people we live around, and they're kind of like a stop to our deeds. So yeah,
Yeah, indeed, honestly.
hi the Basnuta, if that's how you pronounce your name. Um,
My pronunciation. First of all, I'm extremely sorry. I couldn't join. I had to use another email ID, and the entire setup was so tired. I'm really sorry.
no, it's all right. Thank you for being here. So would you like to,
Thank.
yeah, would you like to answer this question? If you have seen on the group, the question is: have you ever felt compelled to assist a vulnerable person, but you were unable to do so because of some due factors?
No, it hasn't ever happened. I mean, I have assisted the much I could have. So it has never happened that I have done nothing at all. So I have done something. Maybe I could have done some more, but I have not left anyone just like that. I have done something.
That is great. We need people like you. All right. So my next big white question is: Have there been times where you have wanted to do something and you didn't think you would be able to? And if so, why did you think you wouldn't be able to? It's sort of a similar question, but precisely with a very different meaning to it. So the opinions on this would really matter.
Malak, would you like to go ahead? I went ahead first time.
Yes. Um, I shall we answer this question like right now?
If you would like, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, yes, I had so many times that I did, and among the times that's like lately, it's when I wanted to start waking up early and doing things on time, basically managing my sleeping schedule and eating and all of that. So it was very hard for me, to be honest, because nobody actually believed in me or like gave me the support that I needed until like I met some certain people, and they're not necessarily like from my school or whatever, but it was actually from the internet, and they actually got to help me more than the my family did or my friends. Actually, it didn't I realized that it didn't matter from where do people come from, but it's their spirits that would help us, really, that they would have the positive vibes to transfer, you know. And among them was actually Sagnik as well, that really did help me to overcome with my schedules and all of that. So also a huge credit to you, Sagnik. Thank you for supporting me due to that time. So I also overcome with it, and I didn't think that I was able to do it because I felt like being lazy is the best solution, and nobody was supporting me, being like, you're still young, you can live your life now, and then you can stress about that. So pretty much, yeah.
That is so cool. Like even these things we're not able to do them, and that's like I really appreciate what you said because that really like opened up a new perspective for me. Anybody would like to go next?
Devasmita, you can go.
Okay. Actually, yesterday I used a quote to describe myself that was an optimist finds opportunity in every difficulty. A few years back, like 4 years back, I would have used some other quote to describe myself. That is, a pessimist finds difficulty in every opportunity. So, till class 8, I would always feel bad about whatever bad would happen. Like I had a very pessimistic approach to everything. Moreover, I was never confident of what I would do. I would always fear some losing something or losing somewhere. So, if you ask me to answer this question, like there is no one single time. I have always been the same. Like I thought I wouldn't be able to do, but yes, I would be able to do. But still, I wouldn't gain that confidence anyone else would have gained. So it never happened that way, and I would always have that pessimistic approach, which I wouldn't be able to deal with, but I was changed quite profoundly. And to my amazement, I'm not that pessimistic person. I am quite an optimistic touchwood. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Well said. Well said. Sagni, would you like to go next?
Yes, sure. So, as far as this question is concerned, I feel like since when I was a kid, whenever some task was given to me, with respect to someone else, like I was always the goody two shoes at home and at school and everywhere. I had like such a good reputation that a bunch of people would not necessarily like bunch of people, but like even the my fellow classmates, they would just not even like come closer to me because they thought that, oh my god, this human being is just like he knows nothing other than studies. But that is not true. I know literally I'm such an average person, and there's literally nothing too extra about me. I know what I'm good at, but that's it. But this was one reason why nobody kind of like approached me since high school or even middle school or whatever. But whenever they had some kind of work to maybe do, they would always approach me and they would be like, would you just help me with this? And I never said no. Saying no was so hard for me. So I never really did that. And in fact, whenever I was given some task with respect to someone else, I did it very diligently, because the thought which I would have was that, okay, this person took the time to come to me and talk about their problems or whatever. I should really respect that and I should help them out. But as much as I started moving on, I realized that the amount of love and care and respect or whatever it is that I'm giving the other people, even I deserve that. Otherwise it's like extremely exhausting to be someone who is dealing with a lot of stuff but is just not saying anything, is bottling up every emotion and dealing with stuff with a smile. It's really exhausting. So self love is a thing which I felt I could give myself, and I tried hard. But then I realized that, okay, it's not possible for me. And the reason for that was that I never felt the love towards myself which I felt for others, if that makes sense. So whenever I would try to do something good for myself, be like, maybe because someone had pointed it out, or maybe I felt uncomfortable with it, I would never be able to like continue, pulling through the change, because I would just feel like, okay, no, this is not working out. But it would if I were to accept myself at first, like when you accept yourself, you can actually like break out of your comfort zone and do the necessary to actually reach the dream version of you. But if you do not accept yourself since the beginning, when you look into the mirror and you see your reflection, the only thing which you would be able to say is, ew, that disgusts me. But you wouldn't even do anything to like change it. So the first step that you need to do is accept yourself, and then understand where you're going wrong, what are your flaws, and then move out of your comfort zone because it's necessary. So yeah.
Okay, so this was amazing. I sort of like you made it so easily like out there. I read somewhere that right, you're the purest person when you feel bad for doing something good for yourself. Like it's like you're so much caring about others that you don't really like. You feel bad when you're doing it for yourself. Is it that it's something that relates to me kinda because
Yeah.
we care more we care so much about others that when we do something for ourselves we feel like we're selfish or something, or anyway it's just harming somebody else. So it's sort of I guess it's personality traits. We gotta improve that, yeah. All right. So now I would like to apprise a bit about my program, and for that I would like you to share a few moments. I would like to start out with a simple question, which I would like to call sharing moments. It's like to share your first reaction when you got to know about my program, and I'm most excited about this one.
Should I say?
Yes, please.
Yeah, actually, last night Sakrik told me about it. Actually, first he asked me if I'm interested in art forms and stuff, and then I answered, and after that, he told me about you. And then literally I didn't know anything what I'm supposed to be doing here, what this project is about. I didn't know anything, but like I always like to take a chance. I mean, we shouldn't miss any opportunity to learn, because I knew that when I am being invited to join this project, then it would be worth it, and maybe I would get to learn something. So if I'm getting to learn something, if I'm going to experience something, then saying no to it would really be a very stupid attitude. So I was looking forward to it. And after that, when I had those questions, like those questions were amazing. Seriously, thanks for asking me those questions. And I like answering such questions. So till now, I've been liking that. Thank you.
You have answered them so well that I'm just so amazed, all of you. And thank you. I really liked your reaction. I guess it's really good that if you are offered something, you shouldn't really say a no to, because you're getting the most precious thing, which is experience. Anybody next?
I would like to go next. Well, this month, or basically yeah, I guess the last month. So when I got to know about the stakeholders group, we usually like receive a form and stuff to fill it up and be in someone's stakeholders group. So I was overwhelmed with a lot of work. Not even gonna lie, I was overwhelmed with schoolwork. I was overwhelmed with so everything. But so I couldn't actually like fill up the form and choose a stakeholder group. But then, almost like a few days later, Kelsey texted me personally and she said that uh, there are these two stakeholder groups, and these people are literally the best. I adore them so much. Like, would you like to join and help them out? And I was like, definitely. Like this gives me so much nostalgia because being an alumni, when I can feel the soul vibes, all over again, it literally makes me feel so good. And now that I'm a graduate, of course I have some kind of advantages. I have more reach, more network. So I feel like being a graduate, supporting your business idea, supporting you throughout the work, that is like the least that I can do. Because when I started off, my idea was also kind of like in the same industry. So yes, why not just stick together and help each other out? So yeah.
Wow, that was so good. First of all, of Kelsey, and then for you, it was like I know like once I wasn't able to fill a form, and but then I just did went on the YouTube channel and I looked myself and I was like, Kelsey, can I join right now? And she was like, yes, I have experienced that. But thank you so much, Sagnik. Like I'm like glad you came up to my stakeholder group. You've been like such a support from day one.
I should go next.
Yes, please.
All right. So, I really am the type of person that would always be interested at art and like such things like that. Although like I stopped it, but then like of course I knew it from Sagnik as well. He was like, "So are you interested in such things?" I was like, "Yeah, of course, and for sure." And like once I sticked up to the group, you of course welcomed me, and the other groups like would just be so dull. I admit, like some of them would actually just not give challenges or such things that can hype the group, but yet you really did, and I really do appreciate that you kept like asking us questions and you kept coming up with us and all of that. So that pretty much also made me so interested to as well join the call because you're very interactive and I really do appreciate those people that do care about the other's opinion, like in a positive way, of course. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm also glad that you joined. Like, you guys are like fire with answering about whatever I want. I get so good opinions. Thank you. This one, I'm pretty sure you guys have answered. I've got my answers to this question, but I'm pretty sure you guys knew you've answered this as well. So I would just like hop on. I would, if you guys have any questions or any opinions, I would want you guys to share with them, like about my project or my program, if you have any.
I would like to go first this time. I just wanted to tell that before we just do anything, can you like tell us about art history in general? Like, as customers, what do we do in art history? Like, what are the things that we can expect on the platform?
All right. So you guys remember the last, not the last, but the second last question I asked on the group about merging two different things.
Yeah.
So while when I came on this platform, School of Future, I was wanting to do something related to poverty and to help people. So throughout my almost journey, I wanted to do and help people, and so there's like you get asked this question: what's the biggest problem you see in the world? So what I see is like poverty, of course. So when I had to sit down and just create something and do something and create a business, I thought of other problems that really pointed me out. So it was that artists, passionate artists are out there and they don't really get the opportunity or the chance to show themselves out and show their work out because of the inequality that is caused in a certain way. It's just like the new people are not welcomed, or the unknown people are not really given a chance out. They, yes, related to artists, there are some people who do get a chance like that, but it's really rare. So when I thought of this, I wanted to do something for artists as well. So what I did was I kind of merged these ideas. So I run a platform where passionate artists come and sell their work, and then we have art lovers who come and buy. And there's a certain percentage, 15% of percent donation are credited from the purchase happening. So that's how I created my platform. Now you've got a better view about it, isn't it?
Yes, awesome. Thank you.
Now, would you like to give any opinions?
Yeah, sure. So, as for my opinions, I personally just love your idea. You know why I do that? Because like I really do think about the lack of opportunities for artists. That is a real issue. As it is that, whenever someone says that, okay, I just want to become an artist, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of like lack of support, even from the grassroots level. So for them, this type of platform where they can like start off, get an experience, get more people to kind of like know about them, their art. It is awesome, Um, and it's also that this is like a steady source of income for them where they can like fix their ranges and stuff, and it's not like it is manipulated some kind of market where you have to like fix your price ranges as per the higher authorities. So I love the idea.
Thank you so much. Just give me a second. I was replying. I got a message from. All right. So, Sagnik, thank you for that opinion. I am glad that you kind of like got to leave your own stuff and you realized what I'm trying to do. I really appreciate that. Is there somebody else who would like to share their opinion?
I really like your idea, and since you said like we express it through art, and as you're asking us, like I really do hope you ask these questions as well in your website, and because it actually would help people to feel more productive at their daily life. So I really don't have any negative opinion. This is like literally perfect, and I mean it really. So you're really doing great so far, and keep going. It's actually great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. The Basmada, would you like to go?
I think I'm not competent enough to give any opinion yet because I'm still learning. And in fact, I haven't even started learning at SOF. So I really can't give you any opinion. I mean, it's not worth having it. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I do get that. Just give me one.
Samarah?
Yeah, I guess she'll be back.
All right. Can you just tell her that I need to go. It's really urgent, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hello, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Malak had some urgent
Heard
work
that.
to. Yeah, okay, sure.
I was just preparing this for to send the link. So it's basically coming up to the activity. It's a bit interesting for me as well. All you have to do is you're going to go on my official website forum, and on that forum there is the same two questions we started our live session with, waiting for you. And all you have to do is go and type your answers on the forum, and then the main part is that you have to invite a friend or friends to come and comment on your replies. That's the activity, and there will be certain replies from the forum, and you guys can comment on those replies as well. I'll send the link to the forum before we actually head out. This is what you have to do right now. The second different part of the activity is that you have to recommend an artist friend or an art lover or a friend to my program. And you will be small task. If I get a DM on my Instagram page from them indicating that you are the sponsor, you can recommend it to a friend or several friends, multiple friends. You will be getting a shout out. Your project will be getting a shout out whenever you like. So I'll send a link, and you literally have 5 minutes to um, share, type your answer down over there, and get a friend, grab a friend, basically. Are you guys up for it? I hope so.
Yes. Cool.
Just one second. I will be sharing the link. All right. Please let me know if this works. This is what the forum looks like. You guys can see there is a reply already there. You can reply and share your opinions on that. Are you guys up for it? Like, are you onto it already? Let me know.
Yes, I'm on the website. Yes.
Yeah, I too am on the website. What are we to do? We have to write the answers.
Yeah, you have to comment the answers. These are the same questions you guys answered
Right.
at the start of the session. And then you have to grab a friend to comment on your reply. That's what you have to do if you get it. All right. So now that we're done with all the little tasks and all those questions, the answers that literally amazed me, we have the final task or a challenge if you would like to poll. The challenge is pretty interesting and more of it's for a good cause. Just give me a second, I'll share the screen. Hello. All right. So you have to draw, paint, or sketch and create something with a couple of categories, which we have done before. Number one is in the art form that you described yourself as, your favorite nature, the thing that fascinated you, and one factor that bothers you related to poverty or lack of opportunity. And there's the movie title and quote you described yourself as, it's optional. But the main purpose of this is here we'll see if we really can merge different items into one and express the same thing as we want it to do. The number two step is then you will sell it to a member of your family. Are we like up to date right now? You have to sell it to a member of your family, and then with that money you have to like head out and help someone in need. You can either feed them food, buy them something, or either just give them money. Make sense?
Yes, it
It's a
does.
So,
lot.
It's really good.
Thank you. So
Where you say in the art form, you described yourself as, are we doing all three of those bullet points, your favorite nature, the thing that fascinated you, or are we just doing one of those bullet points?
these all are the points that you have to keep in mind. It's not necessarily, it's like you have to keep them in mind and you get to create whatever you get to create. And then we'll see if you really expressed all those things behind the bar that we provided to as an not optional but a must need to. Put in your art piece, whatever you're creating.
Okay.
Make sense now?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, not on my side.
Anybody else? Do you get the clear point? That's right. Clear, right?
Yeah, one question. Do I have to send the sketch, painting, or drawing to you, or just sell it?
You have to send up painting to our group, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you can just like create something like a process which can have pictures when you're trying to create something and you've created and then you've sold it off. You can just put the money in the picture and then you can either as well take a picture of something you're doing for someone else. Like you can take if you bought food, you can take that picture of the food and I will have to create something so that I can feature it. So I need the pieces. Is it clear now?
Cool. Yes. By when do we send it in?
You got time till Friday.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. It can be done before today, anytime. But
And what if we don't? I mean, what if we miss one?
if you
What if we miss one?
miss what? Sorry.
What if we miss one of these? Like there are four and one is optional. So what if I miss one of the four? Let optional is optional only. So what if I miss one of the four?
All right, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. No problem. As it's easy for you. But it's
Well,
like
I've
good.
already sent you one.
Sorry.
Like I've already sent you one. I'll try.
No, I would like to create you something like you. Okay, it's gonna work. But if it's something like if you would want to, like you have shared so much things in the group since you've joined. So if you take those all things and you would create something, I would really appreciate that. But if not, then it's gonna be fine. It's okay. But if the one you have right now, you will have to like do the selling part to your family member.
Yeah, like I have sent you that, so I can sell that, right?
You can, but
Okay.
the point of the challenge was like basically taking all those things that you had and to put them together. But if it's not convenient, it's fine.
Well, it's going to portray one thing, that is my favorite nature, and it's also going to portray no, not favorite nature, sorry, it's going to portray the art form I described myself as. So one thing would be done, and it also fascinates me because the color that fascinates me, and I guess not only me, many other people, and that color, it gives some soothing experience to the eyes,
No,
and it soothes your mind also. So I've got two things over there only.
no. Actually, it would work for you because I remember what you said when one thing that fascinated you was this art painting, right? So this will work for you. That painting you sent in the group, that will work for you definitely. Yeah, because you
So I'll
shared.
do
Yeah,
second and third one, right. I'll
yeah,
sell it to one of my family members and then earn and then help someone with the money, right?
yes, yeah. As
Okay,
far as you're doing the last step, I'm all good.
okay, okay.
So, Sadhmik, is it clear? Hope
Yeah,
it sounds
it is.
fun. All right, then I'll stop share and I will also send it to Malak about it.
Yeah,
But thank you for being here. It was great. It was lovely. All of you, having you all from the very first day of you guys whenever you joined, it was amazing, and I really appreciate all those efforts. And special thanks to Sadhmik. Yeah,
thank you so much. You really were amazing throughout. So, yes, you totally deserve it. And also, like, congratulations, you did this. Like, we all did it.
thank you, thank you. All right, so let's stop the recording now.